All right, so, oh boy, did I feel like a lot of stuff happened last time, but not a whole lot of stuff happened. We had the triumphant return to town. Our party had rescued Sunny, a kid that they had heard about many moons back, and went out to try and reunited him with his mother at the family shop before taking a look, strolling back through town, trying to pick up some wares, pick up some goods, see what all is going on. Unfortunately, I don't remember where we ended last time. I think I should have written this down, but I forgot to.
We had just left the magic shop.
Just left the magic shop. Looking to...
Arthur.
Go to Arthur. All right, we can go to Arthur. Cool.
Yeah, and Arthur has some fire arrows, maybe. I'm not sure if it's been enough time yet.
Arthur? No, Arthur's the apothecary.
Yeah, probably thinking of Farnir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we can all take the stroll back down to Arthur. As you're like making your way through the city blocks, you see that there are a couple of like city guard and some like very like dull, like heavy looking armor, just stationed outside the like the gate, the entry gate to the shop.
Do they look like elite honor guard or?
No, they look like
They're likely the ones. Yeah, they're likely the ones that like we asked to make sure he doesn't get kidnapped again.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like your very mundane, generic looking, just guard.
Like a Whiterun guard.
Okay. Make sure they don't take an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
As you just all walk up, one of the guards kind of like stammers a bit, holding his spear up and like straightening out his back, and a little like clatter of the armor. And the other begins to ruffle up, like hand on his sword, shield at the ready.
I guess I kind of give a salute as we go in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's you all just like their visors are down. You can't really see inside the helmets. As you walk past, they just give you like a small nod and loosen up a bit. You can open the door to the shop. Bell rings. See Arthur take care of a couple of customers inside. A few seconds go by, finish up their transaction, and he waves them off, sees all of you coming on into the shop. Oh, yes, hello, friends. Welcome.
Arthur.
I'm gonna pull out the sacks from the mimic.
We have questions.
So we happened to run across these and wanted to know if you know if they could be of any use to anyone.
Potions. These are mimic parts.
Not really sure what they do. Thought we'd see if you do anything.
Unfortunately, I have no idea. None of my remedies here have ever required such delicate components.
Well, what do they do?
I've never heard or seen anything made from these. Unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, guess we'll have to keep holding on to them. Kind of like grossed out as.
On the subject of instruments, I was wondering if you either sold or knew where I could come by some alchemical equipment. I'm not interested in being your competition or anything, but I have some research projects that I'm sort of interested in.
More of sort of a hobby than a business venture. I'm more the business type.
I'm sure I could find something back here. We've got a few sets.
Okay. Not right away, but if you could, price things out just so that I can have a rough idea on what to spend.
Well, sure. I mean, it'll be roughly for the beakers. Whole set's probably gonna run about 55 gold.
Oh, that's actually not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. But if you don't mind putting some aside for me, maybe I'll come back on my next adventure and pick some up.
Of course,
Another
friends.
thing to see if we could purchase elsewhere, but cheers. And keep your ear out about the lovely parts we got from the mimics, because
Out of game, was the kid reunited with his parents already, or
Yeah.
is he still here? Okay, that's what I thought.
No.
Hull. I thought you meant Sunny for some
Yeah,
reason.
Sunny, you had brought back the shop last time. Hull has been in here the entire time. Like if you take a look around to the side, you can see that his
Is he's like sweeping or something, or
no, it's just like his cot in the side, like the curtains like swung over, so you can't really see inside, but you can assume he's over there.
Yeah, we probably should check for healing potions before we go.
You know what we should do? Oh, I also wanted to ask him. Thanks for reminding me. So I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna pull out. So each of us. Well, I think there were a total of 3 of the mystery healing potions that, like, we're unsure of. Like,
oh yeah, and the experimental ones. Yeah.
and there were,
Right.
And then so then there's the potion of resistance, which I'm holding on to. And you know what I never thought to ask him about until now is the potion of augmentation that I have 3 of from the carnival.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
So I want to ask Arthur about these things. So I'm going to pull them out and be like, so we have some other potions that we've come across, and we're not quite sure what they do. You could take a look
Breaks
and...
out notebook.
Yeah, right. We're gonna get some descriptions.
Yeah, he's gonna respond back about how he might not know at this moment, but if he wanted to leave them for a while, he could like experiment with them, tinker with them, just try to like work out, see if he could figure out what the compounds are, what the mixtures are, glean any sort of information off of them.
And you're not going to use too much off of it, so we can still use it, yeah?
Oh, just the small samples needed.
All right. Yeah.
And if there's anything we can replicate,
That'd be...
no.
He will note that I believe there are 2 bottles of the liquid that looked surprisingly vivid, like your normal healing potions. And those are, potions of supreme healing.
Supreme healing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the red bubbling potion?
I marked it as mystery healing potion, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have been those.
Do you say supreme healing potion? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not supreme, superior.
Superior.
My
gotcha.
apologies.
I was gonna say supreme
Cream sounds like something at like level 10 and up.
Right.
Yeah, my apologies.
God damn it. Yeah.
Oh, it's a better
Auto-heal
title than what I had it,
PhD.
which was red bubbling potion healing ?
Yeah.
Close enough. All right. Yeah, is there anything else you want to do in the shop while he's just like off bringing all the different potions to like the back counter?
Let's see.
I guess maybe just once I kind of start some of my research projects, maybe the odd recipe for introductory potions and stuff like that.
Sure.
Well, I meant to ask you this, babe, but I'm assuming that I have in my inventory, and I'm pretty sure these are from the rock candy. I have a sapphire and 2 emeralds, and I'm assuming those are dust now. Yeah.
Not dust. They are non-existent.
Okay. And
Try
then
as you
I don't
might, you
remember-
cannot find them.
All right. I just wanted to know if I'm doing it again. All right, and then I don't remember. Was the mystery silver gem also from the rock candy, or was that something else?
No, that was what you gleamed off of Seedler.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna need to just thinking of it now since I've got that. So I'm gonna hold out both of the mystery silver gem along with the circlet with the amber gem, and I'm going to hold them up to Gale and be like, any chance you could use detect magic on these? See, I want to see if it's worth studying them more with
I cast detect magic.
I just want to know if it's worth studying or if we should maybe sell both of them, one of them.
There is nothing inherently magical about either.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say the closest you could feel is that the gem could be a conduit or a focus for something, but it has no like inherent magical effect.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like we could maybe get them appraised when we're getting the diamond. Wait, what about the circlet? Did that also seem like a conduit of sorts?
No, the circlet just seemed like a circlet.
It's just fancy jewelry. Okay.
Yeah.
Hair jewelry.
Okay. If there's anything else you want to check, I still have it up for 10 minutes.
All right. I mean, I have the notes for more specific identifying magic. I still have to write that down in my book and have to do that later. But what about our rings? The ones that seem to protect us. I wonder if you could see what school of magic they might be.
I examine our rings.
God.
I'm probably gonna cast Identify on these anyway, but
It's not like necromancy or something
I
bad,
No,
is it?
no. I'm gonna say abjuration. It is
After.
like some sort of
It's the one
protective.
that Gale doesn't like. or
Yeah,
isn't
and
good
like
at.
again, this is just my weakest area. So like,
No,
That's
it's
why
fine.
so
sorry.
funny.
Basically, what I
keeps
want to
doing that.
know is, did we somehow unwittingly make a pact with these rings and that's why they won't come off? Or
Yeah, no, as far as you know,
Yeah.
like it just has some sort of like protective essence to it. If anything, you could if anything you could assume it's maybe a bit too overbearing, but not supposed to be malicious in any way.
All right.
okay,
I'm still gonna cast Identify on it later, but I can't do that until I have time in the library.
ring of overprotective, overbearing mother.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for me. We can make our way over to the jewelry shop now if you want for that diamond.
Yeah, let's go.
Also, we should maybe get, like I said, get these 2 things appraised. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Would you mind if we stop by Zalfar's or what's his name? I'm trying to remember.
Farinir.
Farinir. Yeah, I'm doing
Farinir.
great, aren't I?
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
think it's on
remember
the
his name
way.
one day.
Stop off here, yeah. Oh god, that is.
Because
There
I
we are.
want to try and sell the uh, the wine and see how much money I get off of that.
Oh God.
The wine, yeah.
Okay.
And if we don't have much luck there, maybe we can try the pub
Mm,
or the tavern if it's like some kind of good vintage.
yeah. Oh,
Maybe we can say hi to Jinprax while we're there.
yeah.
Sounds like
Sure.
a good idea.
Depends on where you want to go. So, there are a couple of different shops. You could try heading off to Farnier's, just like the general goods. You do have Sunny Boynton's goods, or not Sunny Boynton's goods, Boynton's goods, where he delivered Sunny.
Right.
You do also have like the bazaar that taking place in the market square. Like it's mostly produce, foods, other kinds of like homemade items. You might be able to pawn off the wine too. There are a few different places wherever you want to head off to.
Hey, babe, I had a quick question. I know you showed me last week how to move my character sheet onto the map so I can access it easily. How do I do that again?
Double click the top.
Oh, double click the top.
Yeah, the top of the like character sheet window. It'll minimize.
Ah, okay, cool.
So, what do you all think? General goods or bar?
General goods, maybe, since you have to go there for the arrows too.
Right.
That's where y'all head.
Farnier.
Okay. So you can head off to Farnier's shop. Make your way down the blocks a bit from Arthur's, and you see the guards just like shuffle up, hearing the door open. Or just the clanking of all the plates of the armor, and seeing you all leave the shop. They just give you another small little nod, like looking forward. Make your way down across the square, straight into Farnier's shop. You get the just this weird smell of, it's kind of musty. Kind of smells like old items had just recently been brought in. Kind of like old clothes from a basement or other kinds of fabrics. You see Farnier behind the shop just shuffling around, getting up, stretching his back before going back down. You hear drawers open, close, rifling through some of the goods behind the desk.
Hello. Are you doing all right?
Oh, hello. What can I interest you in?
Well, I was hoping that I could sell some wine, but also, you might have my fire arrows available.
Yes, they did come in just the other day. Was able to get them on short delivery. Where are they? He'll start ruffling through some of the stuff in the back. He'll move off to the side doorway of the far wall. Take out a bundle. They're in this cloth sack. There's all tied up. You just see the tails of the feathers come out. Places them gently on the desk before you, and just slides them over to you. There you go. There's promise for you. There's a bundle of 5 arrows.
I thought it was 10.
Was it
but
10?
I wasn't...
Okay. Yeah. 10 sounds right, because I think you want to make sure you had more fire.
Right.
Also wondering if you have need a couple things. Do you have a lock that the type you put on a chest?
Do I have a lock? I've got plenty.
I would like to buy one, please. Also, 2 vials, 2 empty vials.
Right. I need to pick up more nets too.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Shopping trip.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is.
Shopping.
We're returning to town. We're doing shopping.
This is the shopping episode.
This is the shopping
Because I
arc.
wasn't able to recover any of the nets I used, and I used all of them.
Yeah.
All right. So the vial is going to come to a gold.
Okay. Well, I want to get 2.
So 2 gold.
2. Yeah.
The net. Where are you? Where are you? No, that's not it. Okay, give me 1 second. What else did you want?
A lock.
Lock.
I already have
But
one.
not the fuzzy kind.
Okay. Not block and tackle. Lock is going to come to 12 gold.
12. I thought it was 10. All right.
All right, the net is going to come to 1 gold as well.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get 5 of them if that's okay.
Sure. I'll fish out 5 for you. Is there anything else I might be able to interest you all in?
Well, I was wondering, see, on our most recent adventure, we came across a large amount of wine. I was wondering if you might be of interest in it.
I mean, I would dabble here and there. What? When you say a large quantity, how much are we talking? Like 1 bottle,
Well,
2 bottles, a
How many
full
was that,
keg?
like 36.
37 currently, because I
Well,
had
you-
38, and I gave
Yeah.
1 to.
To Emily.
So 37 bottles of aged wine.
All right. Do you know who they came from? Is there a name behind them?
I'll pull it out and show him the bottle. If that shows anything, because I remember if it was just like a kind of generic tag, but I wasn't sure how much information it actually had on it.
Yeah, it was a very bare bottle. It had like a little scrawl of parchment, just like hastily written. It just has the year it was bottled, and if memory serves right, I don't have the notes directly in front of me. I believe that was it.
Just out of curiosity, Dale, do we know like enough about the town? Like, is there like a wine or liquor like cellar connoisseur that might maybe potentially see like the higher value in this and want to buy things in bulk and that kind of thing?
There could be over at like the over at the restaurants or other like food product places, but you kind of get the feeling that this looks very homemade
Homemade.
in a
Okay, so
sense.
it's,
Oh, right.
In a
so
sense
it's like
that it is
moonshine wine.
Yeah, in a sense that it's not an officially endorsed product. If a reputable company or business were to serve this to a customer and they were to get sick, there could be some major repercussions.
I
Okay,
see.
so I guess
then
it'd be ours then.
Surviving Emily.
yeah, it does sound like it's probably more ours than something he'd be interested in.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Unless maybe a kitchen may want to use it for cooking if there's a way for him to test it first or something. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, shall we be moving on to the jewelry shop?
Yeah, we do have the eye gems from the gargoyles, and a bag of various gems on me that I think you want the diamond from or something.
I needed the diamond and the pearl that was in there.
Okay.
Oh, this is Pokemon just all over again, isn't it?
Oh,
What?
because I need the diamond and the pearl for spell components.
Oh, yeah.
Go figure.
I mean, is that for you, or do we need a second diamond?
We need a second diamond.
Oh,
The
crap.
diamond that I already called dibs on was for a chromatic orb.
Okay.
Well, I think we should probably still get it appraised just to see what the value is, because if it's worth enough for Revivify, you could have that one, and then I can just, because I only need 50 gold's worth of diamond for chromatic orb.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alright, let's go to the jewelry shop then.
Sure. Farinir will just bid you off. Farewell. He'll like go back to fumbling through his drawers at the shop. You can make your way up to the like northern end of the district, up the cliffside. You can see that the jewelry shop is open. Like all the windows are just open up wide. There's a like nice big open sign that's it looks like it's been just recently made, hanging outside the door. And as you enter, you see the same two dwarves you'd seen the last time, just working away, fiddling off behind the counters.
All right. I will approach with all of the diamond, the pearl, the mystery silver gem, and the circlet, and I'm going to ask. So, was wondering if you wouldn't mind appraising these 4 items here.
Let's see, Kuzel, who you had rescued from the mines, just look up, take a like,
just met.
like take a lift up his little like jeweler's loop off of his eye. Oh, we got some appraisals. I see. What all do you need help with?
Well, we could start with these 4, with the diamond, pearl, mystery gem, and circlet. Just want to see like how much these would sell for. Not necessarily looking to sell, but more so just wanting to know what they potentially could be worth. Might need them for spell purposes.
Yes, absolutely. Let me take a little look. Put on a couple of like soft, like silk gloves, and like just begin to take the gems and jewels from you. Just begin to like look them all over. Takes a good few minutes per each. So we have the diamond, the pearl, the silver gem, and
The pearl. Oh, and the circlet with the amber gem.
circlet. Okay. So the diamond is gonna be worth roughly like 175 gold-ish.
Okay.
The pearl itself worth a little bit over 100, like 110 roughly.
Okay, perfect.
That might be a little overkill for Revivify, isn't
I
it?
thought Revivify was... I mean, it's definitely overkill for Chromatic Orb, but,
Let me check.
yeah, I was about to say, I thought it was like 300 for... Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the Gilded Skull for Summon Undead, but...
If they're worth that much, I should probably show up a various gem bag,
I mean,
various
yeah.
gems in the bag,
I would-
and
Yeah, it
pink
is
eye gem
300,
too.
so it's not enough, so...
Right, so I'm gonna keep it for Chromatic Orb. I'd say for the other gems, well, let's see what they are. I mean, I don't know if you decided what each gem was gonna be in there, babe, but
So, for the like the hemisphere silver gem, right, like it there's a flat side that like fits tightly in the palm, and like if you were to grip it over, it feels like a very natural like grip on your fingers. It's worth roughly 75 gold. Remarks how it's like some very nicely cut gray moonstone. Seems that it's in some way like absorbs some of the like moon's light, and if it were to be in a like dark space, it would emanate like a 5 foot 5 feet of dim light. For the circlet, it's roughly about like 40 gold's worth. Comments on how like, oh, this is some fine craftsmanship, but nothing like our other pieces. If you were willing to depart with this, we'd understand, but when you could always trade it in, we have some of our finest works up front of it. Trying to like
We will need a diamond of roughly 300 gold value.
We could definitely part with these 2 items here that you just looked at. If
Is
you
that the moonstone or
wait, what about the mystery? Was that the mystery silver gem that you just described, or was that something else?
I described both.
Both, as in
The
like
mystery silver gem was the moonstone, yes.
Okay.
The last thing was the circlet.
Right. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I mean,
the moonstone could be useful if
It
we need
could,
low light and not like touch light.
however, I'd definitely say let's sell the circlet.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. So let's part with the circlet. And that's what, 40 you said?
40 gold.
Right. So
Yep.
40 towards the diamond.
Okay.
And then didn't you say that you were thinking of selling the other javelin? I don't know if that would go here, but Xenophar.
Oh, right.
If you're
That
talking
was
about the one
stick
that I
weapon.
had,
No, you sold yours for
Right.
No, but there were 2 more. One Gale had, and one I think Jimprex has.
right.
I think I'll keep mine just because we might need
Okay.
rough terrain. I was
Alright.
thinking of selling like the multi-form stick weapon, but I don't think this is the place to do it.
No, if I'd say we should maybe pop back over to Xenophar and do that.
Or maybe even the armory. Or smith.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna say to these 2, we're definitely going to trade in the circlet for the diamond, but we have to hop on over to another shop to sell something first, unless you're in the market for gestures over to the
Transforming weapon, which I great.
The other dwarf in the shop is gonna like look over his shoulder and see behind it like a little like bushy beard, just his like raised eyebrows. His eyes kind of go wide, then just like lower down. Kuzla's just gonna decline. No, thank you. No interest for us. We just prefer to stay inside the shop. Not planning on going out anywhere. No need for any such items.
As we figured. So
I reverted back to a stick.
Yeah.
Each command word that I use will just be whatever the form of the weapon I want.
Yeah.
I do want to try and get the gems identified if that's
Right.
possible.
Sure. So as you pull up the gems out of your bag, Kuzla begins to like just pick them up again, take a look at them, spend a couple of minutes on each one, kind of like groaning and grunting. This one. They're not very remarkable. Altogether, they're worth about 60 gold. It's just like
Oh,
little
so they're
like
not
pieces
even
of they're small like chipped gems
shards.
of not quite shards, but it looks like they've been through some tear and wear, and they would need some extra work to be polished and
Okay.
put on display again.
But okay, I mean, if they're only worth like 60 gold for the entire rest of the bag, then I'd say we should put that in. Too. I mean, it sounds like they're probably not
Yeah.
gonna be worth components on their own, like the diamond and the pearl were. So.
Okay, that
Yeah,
brings
and
us
to be honest, I need some gold to be able to afford a gilded acorn.
Oh, right, gilded acorn.
So, yeah, I want to sell those if I can. And also, could I get him to look at the gem from the gargoyle's eye?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look
All
at
I
it.
know about it is that it's pink.
Right. Yeah, he'll take a look at it, like flips it over. It's very pointed. If you ever think of like the stereotypical like diamond shape, that's exactly what this is, but pink and rather small. But like lifting up to the light, like it refracts light and like it reflects light very, very well. Just passes like clean through and changes the hue of the light that passes through. Just kind of like raises his eyes a bit. I've never seen anything quite like this, truth be told.
Would you be in the market for buying it, maybe?
I mean, for just an ordinary jewel, no, especially not for anything I haven't seen, but the way he, like, catches.
Does detect magic pick anything up from it?
Nope.
Because I still have it out. Okay.
Nope. I could part maybe for the one.
What if it was part of a set? Because don't we have two of them?
Do we?
I don't think anyone took the other eye out.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind
don't-
then.
I don't remember. Honest, like that was. If we did, it's not in my inventory.
Okay, never mind then.
I didn't know there was another eye.
Yeah, I kind of let the prying and looting to you guys, so.
Okay.
I think I was probably focused on something else. All right.
Yeah.
But
So then, sorry. Carry on.
just how much then?
Roughly, we'll say 30 gold on the. That's on the Daisy side.
Okay.
Alright.
Then can I sell the bag of gems and that for 90 gold then?
Oh, I'd say that's fair.
Okay.
I'll
Alright,
like
and-
pocket the gems, put the pink one like right on top, and take a little like cloth and wrap it up and scoot it off to the back of the counter.
Now I'm wondering, I don't know if this is something that we would know, but is there any chance that the Moonstone gem, is there any chance that I could use it as an arcane focus, or is it a warlock arcane focus? I don't know. I don't remember if there's a difference. But like, for example, if we are like, if there's ever a time where like I don't even know if it's possible to cast like a spell with a separate arcane focus, but not my book or whatever. But like,
Yeah, I mean, you definitely get the feeling like having held on to it, touched it, like mulling this over. Do you think that this could be used in place of your book, like you could with like an orb or any other similar type object?
okay. Now that was the other thing that I'm not sure though. Like, okay, so it can be used as an arcane focus. Like, how how does the book work in terms of like how
I do not know what you're trying to ask.
I'm trying to think of how to phrase
Do
it.
you need like a level of warlock to use warlock spells, to use a warlock focus? Is that kind of what you're asking, or?
No, more so like I don't remember, are cantrips castable without my book? With assuming I have a separate arcane focus.
Are there any materials needed for your cantrips? So if anything has a material component, you would need some kind of focus for it. All the focus does is take the place of any material components you would need
Okay.
that don't have a specific gold cost.
Okay. Oh, hi. Well, for example, dancing lights does need it. Hi. So does message and poison spray. No, but the specific question I'm asking is like, is it possible to cast without my book, like,
Yeah.
present? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Your spellbook does not like limit you to having to use that. It just means that you can use it as your focus, especially with the like gem that's embedded on the front that you like channel through.
Okay.
But if you don't have the book with you, you won't be able to prepare new spells, if I remember right.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it'd be worth like, because I do want to have this gem as a secondary focus in case we're ever in a position where the book is not around.
Sure.
But I'm not sure like what the most secure like a necklace, ooh, a ring. So I'm gonna ask, so how much would it cost for you to put this moonstone gem on a ring for me?
I will say that altering this in any way would change its property. Like the way it is
Okay.
now is.
I don't want to alter it. I literally just want to stick it on a ring so I can wear it.
Right, but it's as big as your palm.
Oh, is it? Oh. Alright.
So to fashion it to a ring, it would be massive. It would take up like the entire back of your hand.
Okay.
Just to be sure, is this the place where I'd go if I wanted to get gilded acorn?
That'd probably be Xenophar's. Or, well,
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that this works. Yeah.
okay. Gilded acorn is how much? I know gilded skulls and such.
I need a gilded acorn with a tuft of hair of beast's fur. Feather and a fish tail.
How much?
That is worth 200 gold.
200. Okay.
And I maybe have that money on me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wanted to pick up the gilded acorn, you can like look through some of the like figures that the shop has. There are like a lot of very curious items that the shop has.
Is there a gilded skull here? Not that I can afford it and not that I have use for it now, but is it here while we're looking?
There is a rather like cartoony looking skull. I can tell that like it seems to have been shaped very jokingly, but there is a skull of sorts. And yes, there is also an acorn.
Okay.
How much would they be charging for it?
Be about 210.
Okay, sure. Let me, if it's
Wait,
going to
200
work.
For the acorn though, like but didn't you trade in the? I mean, if it's you got the 90 gold for the gems and the gems.
Yeah, I had 190 before I had the 90 gold, so I have 283 currently.
Oh, okay.
So
Is that including the everything got from the last area?
Yeah, I had a ton.
Huh.
I mean, I just dropped like a ton of money on spell stuff, so.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But wait, I thought the Gilded Acorn only had to be worth 200. So it's 210.
It's almost like
Right.
they're a shop and they need to stay open.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a little more, honestly, so I'm happy with that.
Okay. I mean, granted, the skull is 300. So I'm going to ask them about the skull. So, how much does this gilded skull go for?
That was one of my brother's fascinations. It has a price for about 325.
Alright, wondering if you could keep it in stock for me. I will have need for it a bit later down the line.
Sure, absolutely.
Cheers.
And I would like a diamond of 300 gold pieces in value, specifically for the spell Revivify.
Ooh, we've got some of our finest customers coming today, I see. Thank you all. 300, you say?
Well, minus 40 for the circlet.
Yes.
Has he already paid you?
Well,
I guess it's kind of suspended in
yeah.
Okay.
transaction.
So, yeah, if you don't make the changes, anything I list, you can subtract whatever. I'm just going to give you whatever the straight value is,
Okay.
assuming that there is no calculation being done, because I'm not doing that.
Okay.
But yeah, he can bring you over to like the right side of the shop. There's a couple of displays where they have all these various different levels of jewels inside like glass stands, and there is like
It doesn't.
Mhm.
I was just gonna say in character, it doesn't even have to be the prettiest one. It'll be consumed upon use. So, I mean, I'm not too picky.
Sure. Off to the right, like the right half of the rightmost stand, it's just all like different levels of diamonds, various different cuts, various different shapes, sizes. There are some that are very, very polished, with like a little tag looking for a ring, like station like right beneath them. And then the lower down you go, you start to get some, I don't want to say duds, but some not so nice looking ones.
I'm assuming for 300 gold, it'll probably be somewhere in the middle of the road, right?
Roughly. So like the diamonds on the bottom are not particularly cut or shaped any specific way, and they're just larger. As if like they would be looked to be cut down or made into something else that the shop could provide. And there are a few. You see a couple of diamonds that are just listed for like 310 gold, 325 gold, 290 gold, roughly around that roughly around that price range.
Would the 290 fail the spell, or would it be adequate for my purposes?
I would say it'll be adequate.
Okay.
It'll be adequate.
You know what? Then just to be on the safe side, I'll just go for a 300 on the nose.
So
Yeah.
Kuzel will like take out the diamond for you, and it's this like oval-like shape. It's got a couple like rough like patches up on top, and he just takes out the stand and just blows dust off of it. This thing has not been touched in a while. No one has wanted whatever this is. And it's just no, please. It is yours. Take it.
What?
For the
Like, actually?
for the 290. I don't need any more. I just want this gone.
Okay. Alright. I guess I give him the 290. Hang on, let me just get a calculator here.
Yeah, just subtract 40.
So 250?
250.
250. Okay, I'm just gonna subtract it from my total. We can sort that out
We'll
later.
sort that
Sure.
out later.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I had 300 something yesterday and last time, and then spent like 100 or so, and then got back 90. So
As you do.
uh,
Thank
I
you. And I
am.
hope this is something I never have to use, but
Yeah.
I
Just
don't blame
wondering,
you.
is there any sort of thing you could fix this to, holding the moonstone? Is there anything you could fix this to that could be worn without cutting it or anything? I just want to wear it. Don't know what the easiest way to do that would be.
Without cutting it, you say?
Yes, it cannot be altered in any way, just affixed to something I could wear. If you cut it, it would not work anymore for the purpose I have for it.
I'm sorry, might have come to the wrong place for that.
Hmm.
I mean, we could cut it to like fasten it to something,
No,
but
no.
we can't
the
That's
only
right.
just.
thing I could think of is maybe some ridiculously large necklace, but like,
That's,
yeah,
yeah.
that or Infinity
Go get
Gauntlet.
that bling.
Yeah.
Or like a belt buckle.
Yeah. The only other thing I'm thinking of, if I tried to store it in my head wraps, is there any way I could like adequately fasten it in there that it would stay?
I would say no.
now I'm kind of picturing like a massive brooch in like the center of the turban.
Yeah.
Huh.
Uh, an idea. Do you have any jewelry glue that I could purchase to fix it to something myself?
I'm sure we have some sort of adhesive, Gadvir, do you have any, I was gonna call it to his brother. He just like reluctantly gets up from where he was sitting, has like this little tiny bottle, and just places it down on the counter.
Oh, another thought. What if we maybe put it on like some sort of pin, like a brooch to fasten a cloak with? You know, I gestured to the one that I have now, but like something like that. Would that work?
I mean, it's really rather large. I feel like the weight of the jewel itself would just. I don't think it would sit well.
Reminder too that it glows slightly.
Yeah. You know, I feel like it would be good to have sort of something I could wear under my clothes. I just need it to be touching myself at all times. But if I were to use this adhesive and fix it to a piece of fabric, and then tie the fabric around myself, do you think that would work?
Maybe for like a day or two. I don't. Again, with like just how much it weighs, it is not meant for that kind of fascination.
Damn. Have to figure something out. A pouch that I could put this in and wear around my neck.
I mean, I'm sure you could buy a pouch, yes.
Right. Oh, you know what? I have a spare pouch. Okay. That'll work. Do you have a piece of string?
No, not at the moment. We don't have just a piece of string. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll figure something out. But I think that's it for now.
Oh, okay. Anything else you all need? Shuffling away from Sev.
No, I have everything I need, thank you.
Really appreciate the acorn.
And I
And I'll
appreciate the
be
diamond. It may save my friend's life someday, or lives
probably
someday, but
mine.
All right. Well, take care, friends. Thank you for your patronage, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
I guess I
Now-
can mutter to myself, now we have another shop that hates us in this town.
No, I think it's more. I think if we rate us collectively, it's just that I'm really fucking weird, and I weird people out everywhere we go.
Uh,
So
out of game real quick. Do I need to go on a hunting trip to get the rest of the materials for this acorn, or
No, so they
Is
don't
it
have like the specific cost requirements. So that's just taken care of by your pouch.
pouch.
okay?
All right. Well, I wanted to pop back over to the magic shop and see if Xenophar has any use for that weapon you were looking to sell. We could maybe do that. Otherwise,
Okay.
I need some time in the library.
Okay, I guess I'll head to Xenophar's then.
Sure.
Yeah.
You all can make your way back on down. It's probably, what was it, like afternoon when y'all came in, probably around like 2 o'clock-ish now, roughly, after all the bartering. You see
Yeah.
Xenophar sitting down in his shop, just kind of like twiddling his thumbs, looking left and right, like extending a hand out off to the right and like snapping. You see the quill up here, takes it in his hand, he begins like scribbling down notes, and then back off to the right, snaps his fingers, and the quill just disappears.
Hello again, Xenophar. How are you?
Yes. Hello. Welcome back.
I have an object that we picked up on our last adventure. I'm not sure if this is up your alley or not, but maybe you'd be interested in purchasing it, and I kind of demonstrate what the weapon does.
Yes. All right. Let's see here. Is this the staff?
The cane, staff, trident, sword, whatever the hell it turns into.
Yeah, so you can like choose what which like polearm weapon it turns into.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can like command
And
it
it didn't
to...
have any like +1 or +2 stats to each of them or anything, did it? Or
It did not.
okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the only thing is that you automatically get proficiency even if you don't normally.
Yep, whatever
And I guess I
changed into.
explain
Yep.
that in whatever in-universe way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure, you can
Like,
explain the
even
inner
if
workings
you
of
can't
it.
normally use it, you can now.
Like kind of like clasp his little fingers together and start like just looking over, like twisting it and like circling around on his desk and just start fiddling with it and like
Can
activate
it turn
it.
into a shield?
No, it stays
Okay.
as like some form of polearm weapon.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay. I've seen a couple of things like this before. Nothing quite so basic though. I mean,
Interesting.
this could be the right hands. Oh, 140 gold.
Deal.
All right, you sir have a deal. He'll go like pull the staff under the desk, and you hear just clatter like.
Probably worth like 500 gold or something. You totally fooled me.
And he'll like reach into his desk under the drawer, pull out a platinum and 4 gold. Not 4 gold. Wait, no, 140.
40.
So
A platinum and 40 gold.
it's 40. Thank you.
Okay. I happily sell the weapon.
All right.
Now I have more money than I had before and don't feel so bad about the diamond now.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Um,
pleasure doing business with you. If I ever come into contact with anything that might be interesting, I'll let you know.
and I must be going to the library. I got some spell copying to do. Oh, so wondering if you had any ideas for this. I'm sort of grasping at straws. I recently came across this. I pull out the moonstone. I wanted to have this on me as a secondary arcane focus should I ever be separated from my precious book. But I need to have it. It's too heavy to really fix any sort of jewelry, but I need to always have it on my person. And the best thing I could come up with is keeping it on a pouch and wearing it around my neck.
What
But
about a scepter or
uh,
staff?
see, the problem with that is if we're ever in a place where we have to surrender weapons, that if I have something concealed, maybe, or something like on a piece of clothing that it cannot be seen as a weapon. Also, something that can't be easily taken, like a staff could. Otherwise, I would agree.
So just for clarification, that is 10 platinum and 40 gold.
Okay, I mean, I'm still marking it down as gold.
Yeah.
But like,
Gotcha. All right. As for the question of
Like ideas for ideas for how I could possibly wear this gem, other than just in a pouch around my neck.
some kind of elaborate hair bun.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about maybe having our friend here hold on to it in the wraps, but it's not going
He
to.
doesn't remember that, I don't think.
No, he should. Right?
the shop owner? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think our friend really wants to hold on to it for now, so.
So I'm trying to think of one, how it would work to keep it fastened. Because if it's just like wrapped up in the wraps, I feel like at some point it would come loose.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that I'm just gonna have to wear it in a pouch.
And
However,
even with the pouch, like it's still inside the pouch, right? So you'd have to like get it out then.
well, yeah, but it's better than like, having it be like taken with the rest of our stuff. Like if I have it on a pouch and it's like either like, see, I'm almost thinking of sort of wearing it like rather than around my neck where it could potentially be seen by other people, maybe tie the pouch like under my bra, like thinking as like a person who like has had to conceal things in such ways before in real life. Like I put it in a pouch and then I like tie the pouch around my waist under my clothes. And that way I always have it on me and no one knows it's there.
I mean, okay.
Yeah?
If you want to, if you would like to get a pouch or a satchel or some form of containment device, and go through that many steps, sure. I mean, you can have it like hidden somewhere. That's not a problem. I am trying to think of like the utility of you being able to actively use it at the same time, which there would be like some issues. Okay,
No, that's
got
not
it.
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that it is always on me and hidden, but not with the rest of my stuff that could potentially be taken.
Sure.
Can some sort of invisibility spell be put on it? And it would have to be like semi-permanent for that to happen.
Oh, what about the spell Arcane Lock? would it be possible to put such a spell on a pouch?
I need to double check
Like-
the spell,
Yeah.
the wording of Arcane Lock. I assume
I mean, 'cause it
let's
says
see.
closed door,
Window,
window,
gate,
gate,
chest.
chest, or other entryway.
It's a little vague, so I don't think a pouch.
So all of those things have
Opening.
some sort of mechanism to which they can be undone or
Open.
locked. But if you were to get like a pouch with like one of the, like the loopy like locking mechanisms, sure.
Okay. So. All right. Where would Xenophar have such a thing here, or would I have to go somewhere else?
We'll probably visit not Zenithar, God, Farnir or Boyton's for that.
Okay. Well, however, I do want to purchase one more of a vial of gold dust while I'm here, then, because I'm going to need to cast Arcane Lock on the pouch.
Okay. What is that, 25 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. It's out another vial for you.
Cool. All right.
All right, glad we got that all settled. Is there anything else I can interest you fine folks in?
Think we're good for now, but certainly be getting a fair good bit of use for this Arcane Lock spell, that's for sure.
Hey, Dale, I'll
Alright.
send you another DM just with a
Yep.
like an idea that I want to kind of keep to you for a second here.
Sure.
Might be relevant. Just read that and let me know if you think it works.
All right. Anybody else have anything to do here? Or shall we leave our friend to his studies?
Well, I think I'm just about done.
All right. Well, thanks again for the supplies.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Appreciate you stopping on by. Toodle.
I don't know if this is gonna take like a whole like interaction or anything, but I want to hit up the bank.
Oh, right. Yeah. Also, I suggest, when I, go get the pouch, for the satchel type thing, I say we go to Boynton's because we want to support our smaller businesses.
Yeah.
Also, check in and see how Sonny's doing with his parents.
Okay, let's go to Sunny's first and then the bank.
Sounds good.
Sure.
That'll also, I need to know how much gold to put in the bank. So, all right.
All right, so we're going to Sunny's first and then bank.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So gonna head back to Boynton's Goods, and the door's unlocked. You can just walk right on in. You don't see Sunny or his mother, but you do see the father standing behind the counter now. And he sees
Hi.
all of you begin to just like walk on. He goes, "Oh, hello, yes, hi."
You see, we figured we'd support our small businesses. I'm wondering, I could use, I'm in the market for a small, satchel that, I kind of describe, like, the kind that you open, like, with a clasp and stuff.
All right.
Also, I, will need to, like, I don't know if it's possible to, like, have it on some, like, fabric that I could tie it around myself. You see, I need to, put something in it, yeah.
Well, we've got about like a waist long like side satchel, if that would suit your needs. I can go try to fish that out for you. Is there anything else I can interest the rest of you all in?
Do you have any more of those healing potions?
We
Oh,
are
yes.
all out, my friend.
Oh, and did you figure anything out about perhaps getting some magic scrolls that I could provide for you?
And I'm just gonna request the general, like, non-magical reagents that I need for some of my spells, just as it would just be like sprigs of acorn and
Sure, yeah.
mistletoe and stuff like that that I might need to restock, kind of thing.
Yeah, easy enough. I mean, it's not...
Not like the diamond or anything big like that.
Yeah, easy enough. We're not gonna have any issue just figuring out what you need, what you want to use. We're all set to go.
I guess I still have my druidic focus, but I'd rather be prepared, kind of thing.
Sure. I mean, if you wanted, you could pick up a pouch as well, just to keep off to the side.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll buy one.
Sure.
Yeah,
And you know
if
what?
you
For
could
both
just
of
tell me
these, he's gonna see you like coming in needing some items. Just to be like, words sincerely cannot thank all of you enough for your indispensable help, returning Sunny to us.
I'm just
And I
glad
wish we did it sooner, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is safe. He's home, and that is what matters most. We are a rather small shop, and I can't just give away everything. But if there is an item you need, I'll say it'll be on the house for this once.
Oh, goodness.
So I can get you the satchel. Looking over to who else wants stuff? Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's on the house, I'll take one extra net.
Oh, yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
you can have an extra net. He'll like fish it out for you.
I sent you some more DMs that might be relevant, and I think at this point, I'll just point out what Reese is doing. He was kind of sitting, or standing behind just while everyone was doing their shopping, like just kind of standing there with his arms crossed, and when he was hearing some of the purchases, he just kind of gets this kind of funny smile on his face, and then just casually steps out.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
That could also explain, why he hasn't done anything all
Sure.
this time.
Sure, fair enough. So he'll fish out all the items that you all are looking for. Bring them all like out on the desk to you, hand them off to you. We have sent in the reward over to the guild for you all. That is
nice.
all
Thank you.
squared away. Should be ready for you whenever you last, you wrap up your day. But again, words are not enough to convey our thanks and appreciation.
I mean, goodness. Just happy we could help. And
Exactly.
hopefully, some of the information we gleaned while we were there can prevent this happening to any other poor young boy. But much appreciated. This satchel is perfect. I'm gonna drop the gem in here and then kind of fasten it around my waist and such under my clothes. Also have to cast a spell on this to make sure no one can get in there, but this will work perfectly.
And you know what? I'm feeling generous too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I've heard this isn't really good enough to sell, but for celebration, here, I'll give him a bottle of wine.
We have a dear friend who rather liked this vintage.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
He'll
need a stash, man.
he'll take the bottle from you with like a really confused face. Just look it over, like thumbs over the label. Thank you. We appreciate your generosity. This will be put to good use.
Just
Oh,
shoves it aside.
Yeah. Oh, for the record, I'm also going to keep my little small bag of holding with the potions and stuff, and I'm gonna put that in the satchel as well, so that I
Okay.
have all of that in there.
Yeah, sure. So like it's a rather large satchel. It's like a little bit larger than like what your hand would be.
Right.
Just like the fit, everything together. You can easily like stuff the gem inside, and then like right behind it, you can put like the smaller like pouch of holding, and it'll form like a firm like backing, so the gem doesn't move anywhere, get scratched or anything.
Perfect. All right, and then as soon as I get Arcane Lock all together, I can cast that.
And actually, if he doesn't mind, I mean, I'll pay for it. I just want one specifically for the diamond, so I know where it is at all times, and it kind of has like a break in case of emergency kind of feel to it.
Actually, if you want, I could keep that in here, and you can have the password, so you can get into it.
That might not be great in an emergency where you're dying. I'd rather have it like easily accessible. Imagine not
Okay,
knowing the
yeah.
password and like, or if
My
something
life
happens
depends
to
on
the
this.
pouch, your life literally depends on this thing that I can't get unlocked.
Well, you would be able to, though, because, like, I mean, regardless.
Yep.
Okay. It's fine.
Sorry, having some technical difficulties.
No worries.
no.
No worries. We know what that's like.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I feel like with that diamond, though, you could probably just get a regular pouch around your neck type deal. Like, this was more because the gem is really fucking big.
No, I was even thinking of getting like a nice box for it just to kind of ritualistically have it,
Yeah.
break in case of emergency kind of thing. But I wasn't expecting it to be like a dusty thing that wasn't wanted from like the shop. But either way, I mean, it'll suit our purposes.
Right.
So I'll just take a bag for this, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you need, as long as it's like something super, super small that can be like just bundled with that one thing you want. Yeah, not a problem.
Basically.
Okay. All right then. Well, glad to see you all are doing good. Yeah, you hear anything about the market for spell scrolls?
We might be able to use a couple of maybe utility spells. Just to assist people in their day-to-day lives. We don't really want to be responsible for any sort of disastrous catastrophes.
Bursting into flames, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you all understand. I mean, I'm not like that strange individual Xenophar, of course, a very, very odd fellow. Seems to be more on the up and up. Well, I say up and up. He's not very much on the up and up. Never mind. No.
Let's see. Well, what sort of utility spells would you be in the market for?
That I'm not really sure. I'm not very spell savvy myself.
Fair. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to go over spells and we figure out if that's reasonable another time.
Sure.
All right.
Unless he has like prestidigitation or something.
I don't have prestidigitation. I mean,
The
see,
wizard that doesn't have prestidigitation. For shame.
Fun fact, my warlock also did not have prestidigitation,
Well,
and it equally angered my other group too.
Okay, but it's a warlock. Like, wizards, you have prestidigitation and fireball.
And magic missile.
And magic missile. Yeah, you can't forget magic missile. But you actually have magic missile.
I do have magic missile and fireball now.
Now we have fireball.
Now.
Whatever.
Full party wipe.
Yeah.
So I've
no,
decided that the problem was a short of the cord, so I'm using a different one.
okay. No, but the thing is though, like we had multiple other warlocks in the other group, and all of them also had prestidigitation.
Of course.
And so when Pyrrha shows up without it, they're like, "What?"
Well, even
I'm
more
like,
reason why you
hey.
why you don't need it. Anyways.
And plus we have the wand.
I have the wand too, so when that one runs out,
That's true.
Yeah.
Is there anything else y'all want to get in here, or are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
To the bank.
To the bank.
Oh, excuse me. Sure. So you all can make your way off towards like the east side of town, a couple blocks down past, where the bookshop is, and like the corner where the bookshop and Farnier's is, and you start to see this like large, like 3-story building, like all red brick, and it just has a like coin, sign. Like you see a gold coin attached to like a wooden sign that just reads Abbey Brooke Institute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would we know if this place has branches or banks pretty well like a town thing?
Oh,
So basically what I want to ask is if we go to the capital, would I be able to go to their bank with like a receipt or something and withdraw my money there?
yeah, I got you.
For example, since we're probably going to Grimseth soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say that this is probably a branch, and there's like the main bank is controlled by the capital, by like
Okay, that'll make things
government.
easier then.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not as concerned about bank right now, just because mine is going to be inside a bag of holding, which is inside a satchel, which is inside magic lock, which is always attached to my person. So I think I'm good now that I've worked all that out. But
I'm a frail druid and we might get mugged, but
yeah.
and hey, maybe we can get some interest out of this.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Wait a minute. We need to go to the guild hall because they have a there.
You know what? Yeah, maybe we should go there first.
that's a fair point.
Going all
Yep.
over the fucking town. All right, let's go to the guild hall.
Yeah, and I made Reese leave, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just more connection issues, unfortunately.
yeah.
So yeah, we can head off to the guild hall. You see Matilda sitting behind the counter. A couple of folks are off to the left in the study. A couple of folks are off sitting in the like the eating area to the right of the entrance. Where do you want to go?
Collect our reward.
Yeah.
Sure. You can like
Matilda, probably.
begin to approach Matilda, and she looks up from her papers and like stamping and rolling up scrolls and like sealing them with wax. Oh, we just
Hey,
had.
Matilda.
Hello. We just had the Boydens in. It seems that you have finished your request. Congratulations. We are very glad to hear of the return of Sunny Boyden. Thank you so very much.
She does not give a shit.
Oh my god.
Here
Okay,
is
there's
the-
somebody who worked in customer service.
Here is the reward that they had supplied. Enjoy. Is there anything else I can do for you fine folks today, this afternoon?
No, that's literally
Make sure no one
everything.
disturbs me over at my table. I got some studying to do.
Sure, you can have a seat over in the study, or you can go upstairs to the common room, whichever suits you better. Now that you are all back, Thorin did mention, I know you all had the interaction with Dresmorland. He is currently upstairs conversing with Thorin,
And Thorin is the guild master, right? Out of game.
yeah, he's the guild master.
Okay.
He was able to smooth things over. You all weren't here for the past couple days. He's been a bit, how do we say, impatient. But all I would say is be on your best behavior. Don't burn bridges. And keep your heads up high.
That
Oh,
wholly
that's right.
depends on his
Hey.
behavior, to be fair.
Understandable. And like I said, Thorn is trying to smooth things over. We all understand from your perspective of how hectic the adventuring life can be. Also understand his. He does run the whole museum, the exhibits up in Grimsmith, and he has a schedule to keep. From what I was hearing, he was just a bit concerned over keeping on time, but smooth over, should be better now.
Fair,
Perhaps
but to be fair, if we could just snap our fingers and finish missions, we'd do it too. So,
I understand. I'm just letting you know. This is my job.
Okay.
and we were just doing ours.
I do
Alright.
want to say that to the group, not necessarily to her, that we were talking about
Appreciate
going
Joey.
to see
Thank you for the
mayor.
13 month. Welcome,
Yes,
welcome.
that's
There's something urgent that we need to speak with him about, and if we could speak with Thorin eventually as well, he might need to know some of this too.
yeah.
Sure. Roughly about 30 minutes or so, their conversation should conclude.
Do you think that would give us enough time to go to the bank, or
Yeah, easily.
All right. Sounds good. Also, by the way, how much is what's the reward now?
It was 25 gold, 25 gold between all of you.
Okay.
Okay.
So was that 4, 6 each, 1, 7?
I'm
see.
sorry. What now?
So that
It's
is
25 gold total, but
Hold on,
correct.
okay.
so each of us get like there's
So I
4
want
of us.
to say it's
so-
6. Someone gets 7. Right? 6 times 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 7. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I personally am gonna get a head start on my studying. So, meet back up here.
sure?
Good.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm gonna go find a nice table to start scribbling at.
Yeah, easy. What are you looking at doing?
Just copying spells.
Okay. So that's gonna be what, 3 hours total for the both that you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Sure.
get a start while they're at the bank.
Sure. So the rest of you can make your way out the doors. You enter the busy city hub. Make your way down a few blocks past the bookshop and Farnier's Goods. Make your way back up to, again, the 3-story building. You're at the brick. You can make your way in through the doors and you just see... So, it's a bank.
Okay.
You...
Yes.
There's an entry area for people to stand and wait as they're talking with the tellers. And far beyond this, I don't know, 10 by
row.
8. I mean, yeah, they do have the dividers of the lines where you need to go to the different tellers. It's a 5 by 8, not 5 by 8, 10 by 8 area. It feels rather narrow, but you can see the building just extends further down, just rows upon rows upon rows of folks at desks, just working away, writing stuff down, with the tellers immediately barring you from the back.
Okay. I guess I'll line up and wait.
Sure. You can line up
Yeah, I'll just
past.
wait with Kale.
Sure. There are a couple of folks who are ahead of you. It's going to take roughly like 10 minutes while you're waiting in line. Just go with the scoot
Sure.
up. And you're looking at some of the people. There are 3 different stations that the bank has. One of the stations is currently unmanned and like iron bars are like brought down. And you see a couple folks pass through like the right station, but this one woman is just taking up the left teller and will not leave. And you hear a bit of like
Okay.
arguing just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Oh my god.
And like the line just comes to a dead halt. And there's a little
I will not wear a mask.
Yeah.
There's a little like spurt and the line like moves up 1 as you see the dude from the right teller like leave. A couple minutes goes by, you get like right up next, and the woman finally, well, fine, I'll just take my money then, and just stomp off, and you can make your way off to the left teller.
Okay. Hello, teller.
Yes, hello. You see this like rather young-looking human girl, blonde hair, up in a bun.
I would like to open up an account, although I do have a couple of questions.
Yes, absolutely. How can we help you today?
I'm assuming you have branches in other towns?
Yes, we do.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I would like to make an initial deposit of 200 gold.
Oh, all right, fantastic. Absolutely can do. And just like slide it over to her. Or do you like
Yes.
place it down? Cool. So she asks for the gold. You can place everything you have down. She'll rack it all through. You hear like the jingle of like the little like coin dish that gets fed through. She'll take
Okay.
it, put it on the side. There's a like metal container that she just puts the different pieces. Like she counts out to 10, puts them in, slides them down. You just hear the little jingle like fade away. And she'll bring out a card. And it's
Okay.
a metal card. But it appears. What's the easiest way to say this? Pulls out a metal card, brings out a quill, and it's rather easy to like write into. It feels like just normal writing engraves itself into the card itself. So
Okay.
she starts to go over like information, asks for name, date, number. Okay. She'll like hand everything over. You can set up the account. It will be a like an opening deposit of 2 gold to start
Yeah,
an
that's
account.
fine.
Yeah.
And she'll finish up all the information. She'll hand you the card. All right. Thank you for your contribution. Stumbling over my words here. You can take that card that has all of your personal identifying information. This is your personal identification number. Write down their PIN for short. You can go to any of our branches, and they can bring it off to one of their machines in the back. Plug it in.
Okay.
It will scan. They'll tell your
and
balance.
things like generic items, I'm assuming like safety deposit box here, but like if it were like
We will have a safety deposit box with my arcane lock.
okay, all right, never mind.
All right.
Strike that from the record.
Any other questions?
No, that's everything. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for starting with us. Next, she'll
Okay.
push you
I
away.
leave. So now I have about 99 gold on me with 200 safely deposited in the bank.
Sure. I am not going to be keeping track of bank deposits unless you want me to.
No, that's fine. I can do it myself.
Okay.
I will.
I can
I'm
make
gonna
a.
keep it in my platinum bar, just as
Okay.
everything in the listed under platinum will basically be a gold.
For now, sure. I can make a spreadsheet as well for like active like accounts if everyone wants one.
Okay.
Yeah, and any items that you want to like, because I'm gonna, take the chest and put a lock on it and then cast Arcane Lock, and that can act as our safety deposit box at the guild hall.
Okay, cool.
That's why I wanted to have like extra casts of Arcane Lock.
Cool. Is there anything that you want to do here, really?
Did you want to
No.
open up an account?
You know what? Sure, why not?
Okay. We'll go through the exact same process. There'll be the 2 gold to start up the account, and then however much you want to store in with the bank.
Okay, I'll just put in 50 currently.
Okay, sure. 50 gold. And then cost 2 gold for the initiation. All set to go. You'll get the same kind of card. You get the whatever your name is, like full name, your information, you got your PIN, go through the whole same process.
I guess, like, I'll give my full legal name, but I'll still go by Gale. I guess I'll squint a little bit when I say my full legal name.
And for the record, what is the full legal name?
I still have to think of that.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we can make our way out past the rest of the tellers, and you see like the line has now like grown exponentially as someone's clogged up the right teller. Just make your way, like try to push out through the folks in the bank, make your way back out to the streets. Where do y'all want to go?
I guess we'll go back to the guild hall and discuss things with Thorin if he's free.
Okay,
And come
Sounds good to
grab
me.
your way first, because I'm in the study.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
As you come back to the guild hall, you see Sev just like in one of the like big cozy recliners in the study, just like looking at the books, like filling away with their notes, looking back over, like brought over a couple of the other tables to form like one big table.
There's just paper everywhere, ink just scribbling away.
No, someone's been busy.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yep.
1 second. Yeah. All right. Start like packing everything back up. All right. Okay. Where are we off to?
I guess we'll wait until we're called and wait until his desk.
Sure. So you can like wait up at the front. Matilda will excuse herself and go through one of the doors behind the counter, and roughly like 5 minutes later she'll come back down. We hear the door open once again. All right. Thorin is ready for you now. Just wrapped up with Dres a few moments ago.
Fantastic. We will step in to see him.
Sure.
All right.
Make your way up off to the right, go up the stairs. So coming up the stairs, you see the common room immediately off the stairs, and going down, there's a hallway to the right and a hallway off to the left. Hallway off to the right loops around to where your common rooms are, and off to the left are a couple of doors. Going down the far door, you see that's like slightly ajar, and you see Thorn right behind his desk.
Afternoon or evening.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Hello. I heard all of you were back in town from a successful venture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And about that, we did want to mention something that we came across while we were out adventuring. And I'll begin to describe, the doppelganger, the portal that he had, and show him the symbol that it had.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has any significance, but I still thought it was important to let you know, and whether or not the other guilds should be on alert.
There was also a magic mirror where there seemed to be souls trapped inside. We did try to bring the mirror back with us, but it broke when we got it through the doorway. But we left the materials from the mirror back with Xenophar, who is looking it over to see if he can figure out what's going on with it.
Did we mention the altar at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also showed the book. Xenophar said that this book here, not sure if you can read Infernal, but it's called Demons in Me. It has a sort of summoning ritual in it. Also has the symbol of Belial, who also apparently used to be known as Grizzuk.
The bandit captain also wasn't human.
Yeah.
Yep.
His skin was gray, and he was in possession of a flintlock pistol.
We should also pull out the journal and the note or letters and stuff. We also found these that the captain had.
And we think the kidnappings had something to do with him.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how much this would throw him for a loop, considering we just came back from a
Like
kidnapping.
the rescue mission.
Yeah. Kidnapping mission, and now
We
altars.
uncovered all of this.
Alright, so let's tackle this one at a time. You came back to town. Successful. Boy was not harmed, I hear.
No.
Yeah, he was fine.
Okay. The individuals who had captured this boy had also taken him to some sort of keep establishment where you found indication of some sort of ritual?
Demon summoning, potentially.
Yeah, demon summoning and trapped souls.
And we have reason to believe that the boy was to be part of this ritual?
And
We have
the second boy
notes.
that was found that we just happened to come across. It wasn't.
Do we still have the notes from the keep? Because we can just share that with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
that
did.
would kind of explain it.
We did.
I can read over them. Well, I mean, we thank you for your contribution. I had no idea a simple matter such as this would turn this awful. Otherwise, it would have been ranked higher. We wouldn't have accepted such a...
We just happened to come across some of this in our mission. While searching for Sunny, we just came across the magically locked room that possessed this doppelganger. And I kind of show him the vial sample of his skin to show proof that we killed him.
And naturally, this is also why we were a few days later than expected.
Yes, I know we didn't exactly make what out of game what's his name pleased, but we had our hands full.
Dresmorland. No, certainly understandable. I did just have a conversation with Dresmorland a few moments ago. He's calmed down. He's rather taken a liking to some of our local foods. He's enjoying this time out here.
Good to hear.
Maybe he'll like some wine.
Yeah, we certainly found plenty of wine.
Perhaps, I do not know his preferred drink. Besides the point. I'll probably have to speak to the mayor about this?
We were going to discuss it with him as well.
Were there any survivors from this dungeon?
Just-
There were a few, but they were all human, unlike him. Oh! You mean from a dungeon? Sorry, I meant of a bandit camp.
Sorry, which dungeon is he referring to? Like where we just came back from, or
Where he found Sunny.
No. Sunny was the only one there, and there wasn't really any visible sign of anybody else there recently.
other than what we found in the mirror? But we couldn't. We sort of failed to release the spirits, we think.
And naturally, we also can't tell you the age of really any of them, as they were no longer a physical form.
They just seemed like they were ready to move on to the other side.
That
Yes,
is something that concerns me.
And if this person was doing this, there's no telling how many more he would have kidnapped if we had just let him go unfettered.
Indeed. It is good that he has been put to an end.
But there is someone else that he was in league with, according to these letters, so
So
we have
it
to
seems.
investigate that.
Indeed, and I'm not familiar.
I don't know if it's in the guild's policy to set up surveillance, maybe send some rogues to monitor the camp.
We could have some of our members take a look around the area. Absolutely.
We did leave the mirror shards with Xenophar in case he could figure out anything about it.
I understand. I hope that old fool can find something to do with them. Not the most, how do I put this, reliable of sorts, if you understand. It does, this mirror does concern me. You see, my first thought is it's a trap of some sort.
That's why we wanted it to be investigated, but it shattered as soon as we took it out of range of the room it was in.
And how many forms did you say were in the mirror?
Something like 11 or 12. And only one of them was speaking to us, and we didn't get a name.
He didn't remember his own name. Go figure.
Yep.
It's just we've had
Were there
one-
other kidnappings before we arrived in town?
That's what I'm trying to think of. We've had one kidnapping here of Sunny, I believe. You all had brought back the boy up from Grimsooth. I haven't heard of any other instances.
Oh,
I'm not
That's
sure
weird.
if they would have been offerings for
Are
this
there
ritual.
it's worth noting though that
have the other guild halls of different regions shared notes with you on this?
We are more of a local branch. We don't deal much with the inner workings of like major cities. We just
Fair.
govern the general area out here.
I'm not sure if there's a connection here or not, but like we just said, the majority of the forms wouldn't speak to us. The boy we brought back also cannot speak.
Interesting.
There was something magically done to him that Arthur treated him with, but we don't really know what the affliction is or was.
Well, I believe we should probably keep an eye on this child. Make sure that nothing were to go awry. Speaking with the mayor, he did inform me that you all intend to take him back up to Grimseth with you on your next travel up.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the least we could do.
Oh, I would have it no other way after everything you've done for this town. All right. Perfect. Well, is there
I'd say
anything
the
else?
portal is probably like one of the more concerning things, because the last thing we want is like demons spilling into this area.
Yeah.
Indeed. Tell me more about this. Did it seem active? Was there?
I kind of describe like the pulling sensation that happened and just its general description. I mean, I took a sketch of it and show him that, but other than that, I don't really know much more.
Other than that, it was probably to Belial, which
And he kind of like winces when he hears the name. All right. Very concerning matters, indeed.
also there were human blood stains all over the floor near the altar.
That too.
Further supporting my idea of a sacrifice. All right, we will definitely send a group to go out and check upon the keep.
Good idea.
Is there anything else I should know before heading in?
This is all I can think of for the moment, at least regarding Sonny Boynton. I mean,
There were
came
maybe a
across the
few.
Dryad, but we got rid of it. But I mean, that's really more Arthur's deal. Just warned him to be careful about getting those silver apples again if he ever needs them, which is what he needed to treat the boy. And yeah, I mean, that's everything.
Related to the camp specifically, there might still be a few bandits in there. Most of them ended up in a fight with us and either fled or perished, so the numbers
Yeah.
are quite small. And there were 2 mimics on the ground, so there's a possibility that there's a third.
Unless you happen to know if there's anyone who might know if there are things we can do alchemically or magically with mimic parts.
We can't seem to find a use for them. Can't get rid of them enough.
I mean, I would assume someone interested or studied in the arcane crafts could probably figure some use for them. If not Xenophar, I'm sure he has some companions somewhere.
Okay.
Not in town, but maybe the next place we end up, yeah. Alright, well, I think that's it for today then.
All right, well, I have a couple of things for you then.
Oh?
Okay.
For your contribution. As I said, I've been informed that you were planning on going up to Grimseth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of pull outside of Abbey Brooke. And I've been informed by the mayor that he was going to try to pull some strings for you as well, but is there anything I might be able to do for you? Anything you would be needing?
General town map would probably be useful if we don't already have one.
I'm sure we could provide you with that.
Not immediately off the top of our heads, but I guess it could be one of those things where we'll let you know if we need something. I mean, we won't make it too huge a request, but nothing really comes to mind.
I think that's it for now, but we'll let you know.
Yeah, we've already got a horse carriage that we can borrow over at the stable.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, just anything that might be useful for our adventures, kind of thing. But we've generally been pretty self-sufficient. Plus, we wouldn't want to upset Matilda with any, like, special treatment or anything.
Oh, no. This is coming directly from... If she has an issue with something I say, you send her directly to me.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, if you know of a good inn that we could stay there for our visit.
Oh, it's been some time since I've been up to Grimsooth. If they still have the horned rabbit, I do remember some good memories staying there.
Good to know.
Horned rabbit. You memorized that special word?
All right, well, I wanted to offer my help and assistance at the very least. If there is ever anything that you do in some way, shape, or form need that I might be able to assist with, please let me know.
Can do.
And that brings
Sounds
us
good.
off to the second request.
Mhm.
Right. Well, we're not sure how long we're going to be in Grimsooth, so I'm not sure how
I
impatient.
mean, didn't he say that the place he was, the place he knows where the artifact is on the way to Grimsooth? Wasn't that the case?
It
'Cause we
is.
could perhaps
Yeah.
we could go there on our way up to the town.
We'd have to protect Houghton while we're en route, though. I don't think it
Yeah,
would be ideal.
Well, if
we could always run
bring
there double
Elmley,
back.
we could bring Elmley and have Elmley look out for him on the cart, as he did with Sunny before. Yeah? Because, I mean, it would be nice to have someone to watch the cart anyway.
True.
So, yeah, if we could borrow our small friend.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. How impatient will forget his name again.
Prismorlin.
Dresmorland be if we were to take a side trip to drop off
He
Yeah,
is
just drop him off and then double back.
he is well aware of your current goals to get up to Grimsooth.
He could accompany us if you'd
Yes,
like,
that's
and then
what
we
I
can
was-
go straight away.
I
If he wants.
believe that would be fine,
Okay.
especially
yeah.
after your efforts. I will personally make sure he is understanding of the events that
Then
transpired.
maybe we can consider that a favor.
Yeah.
That
Sounds-
sounds great.
Leon's like stroking his beard.
Or, well, I suppose if ever we need diplomacy or things smoothed over in the future, we could ask you.
I can
Not that we
certainly.
plan on doing things like being fragrant murder hobos or anything like that, but like
Your verbiage does concern me, but I can certainly attest to the nature of your character, at the very least.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Well, we probably should be off to tell the mayor about what we ran into.
Yes, may as well.
Unless you want to be present with us.
Oh, I need to have my own conversation with the mayor, and I would indeed
Okay.
prefer to have that in private, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were probably going to be off tomorrow. Just got to see the mayor, and then I've got some personal things to attend to before I rest up tonight, but assuming everybody is good to go, we'd be fine heading out tomorrow.
All right, I will make the necessary arrangements. I will let Dresmorla know. Probably want to speak with you later tonight just to smooth things over, the arrangements of his deal. And I'll make sure that Margaret has a cart ready for you tomorrow.
Fantastic.
All right. Well,
Super.
if there's nothing else we need to discuss, I do have a few matters to attend to, if you would mind. Motions off to the door.
Of course. Well, thank you for your time.
Good evening. We'll be going.
Then begins to go back to his paperwork.
All right, off to see the mayor.
We're off to
We're off
see
to
the mayor.
Mayor of Abbey Brooke.
Sure. You can make your way out the Guildhall doors. You can make your way down south towards like where the end of the market district is. I'm sorry, no, not down south. Up north. Up north towards the noble district. And you see the same like building that you had gone up to, Seth, that you had famously tried to lockpick and gain entry to. You see like the same four columns, same like four like just pure white stone columns, stairs leading up to the door, and you're able to come on in, and you see a rather young-looking half-elf that you had seen last time, Raphael, off behind the desk, the entry desk, just kind of like just tapping around down on the desk, one arm propped up on an arm, just waiting for the
Good
time to blow
evening.
over. Oh, yeah, hey, hello, good afternoon.
We needed to speak with the mayor. We found some things on our adventures that would concern him that we wanted to inform him of.
Okay, if you could just take a seat. I'll go. I'll see when he's ready for you. But what are the names again? I remember some of you.
Sev.
Really?
Gale.
Okay.
Reese.
We'll be right back.
Cheers, mate.
He'll get out from behind the desk. You'll hear like the chair like scoot back. He'll walk around the corner of the entryway, and he's gonna like double back, and, like out of the wall, like, hey, don't touch anything. And then walk back to the mayor's room. You're like knocking the door, and hello. Oh yes, Raphael. Oh, there he. Oh, Cinnamon. Raphael comes back. It's all of you. You make your way over to the mayor's room.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening. You are back, I see.
We are.
Yes.
We
Our
ran into-
rescue mission got a bit more complicated than we were expecting.
Yeah, there was some interesting things we encountered that we
Ooh,
thought might be a bit of a concern.
do
We
tell.
already spoke with Thorin, and at this point we tell him about the or the doppelganger, the kidnapping linkings, the letter,
Book,
the
the
altar, the portal, and
Just
Belial.
everything you told Thorin.
yeah,
Basically just to sort of make things easier.
Sure.
yeah.
And the second they bring up that like you've talked with Thorn, you just see the mayor's demeanor just drop and just see him like roll his eyes. I'm going to get an earful of this later. Right. What are the harrowing conditions that you all experienced? You begin to recount, and you see his face just grow scared and more scared and more scared into disgust and fear. And oh God, I didn't realize we had any of this here. And okay, well, we'll have to get this investigated right away.
Yeah, he said he was going to send a team to go over the keep that we encountered.
Oh, he would want to get there first. Raphael, send out a platoon over to where were all of you again?
I'll mark it on a map.
Insight check.
Sure.
Are they in competition with each other or something?
I mean, if you want to give me an insight check.
I can assist if you like. Cause that's
I mean, I don't know how you would incite or how you would assist
well, yeah, that's fair.
him.
You just want me to
Sorry.
could I roll my own?
Yeah, if you want to roll your own, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
good thing I have that proficiency.
Well, I didn't really pick up anything then.
So, Gail, you take him at face value, and you're just thinking, man, this town really, this
frick.
mayor really cares about this town. He really, really wants to see his town secured from any potential harm, any misdoings, anything that could potentially cause damage here.
And Seb
like
was probably
Gail's point
thinking,
of
what a
view.
dick.
And Sev, you see Gale like shifting around in his seal, just trying to like, oh, okay, just like try to figure out what the mayor's really talking about. And you can read between the lines. Every time that you see the mayor mention Thorn or having to be first or send out to get there ahead of time, you get the idea that yes, there is a bit of competition between the two. Perhaps get the idea that maybe they were old acquaintances that just had a difference in their occupation, and that kind of just like grew up with them as they
That fucking Naruto meme I told you about with like grown-up Kakashi and Obito on the swings, like when you and your bestie go off on two different life paths, but then
yeah, if you want to interpret it that way, sure. Yeah, that's the general idea you get.
okay. All right. Well, yeah, we just wanted to let you know that that was going on, just to protect the town and whatnot.
Oh, of course, town safety comes first, among everything else. Of course, you over and over and over again. First with the circus, next with the rescue of Sunny and the downfall of this. Would you say doppelganger?
Doppelganger. I show him the sample.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. You can. I believe you. Yeah, we will certainly be taking matters and security more importantly in the future.
Good to know.
I have already sent word of your coming to Grimsooth.
Oh, good to know.
send that out yesterday. I believe it should probably arrive tomorrow. So whenever you arrive there.
We were going to leave town tomorrow. So, yeah.
Sure, it's fantastic. They will be ready for your arrival.
Sounds good.
Is there anything else I can do for the lot of you?
No, that's all.
No, I just have some matters to attend to before we rest up tonight, but nice speaking with you.
You as well. And again, you have the entire thanks of the village. And of course, excuse me. Of course, the entire Marshwater line. If there's nothing else, let me escort you off to the door. I believe Raphael's still out summoning the guard.
Oh,
He'll
yes.
get up, excuse himself from his desk, and lead all of you over to the entrance.
All right. Well, back to the guild then.
Sure. You can make your
The
way
guild.
back to the guild.
I'm just gonna make a beeline for the study and get back to my little nook.
Sure. You can spend the next few hours going over your books. You can finish copying everything over. And just like reflect on whenever you'd like to. What do the rest of y'all want to do?
Take a long deserved rest.
What time is it currently?
It's roughly about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Early to mid afternoon. Well, I say like mid to late
then-
afternoon. Sorry.
Then give him the time. How long would it take if I wanted to just go fishing or something?
Couple hours. You can spend a couple hours if you want to go fishing.
Okay.
Sure. You can make your way off down towards the docks. I assume we're going to try to use the Unseen Servant Mage Hand combo.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna go for a little bit more shenanigans too.
Oh,
no.
God.
Shenanigans.
Okay.
Because I now have a new friend. I have a acorn, and I can try and summon a water creature to try and catch some fish on its own too.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Do you
Wait,
think
what's the spell again?
summon?
Summon Beast.
Let's see.
Summon
Yeah.
beast. Good shit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and summon an octopus to catch fish too.
Okay.
I don't know how I don't know an octopus's diet. I don't know how they catch things. I don't know how to do this.
They would probably catch things with their tentacles.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
says her.
thank you.
It actually is in roll 20.
Oh,
I've been rolling. I've been during this session been just searching different animals in roll 20.
Yeah, they definitely have like the entry for it for sure. All right. Well, you can definitely send out the octopus. With everything, I mean, advantage on the check for it. I don't. You're gonna have to remind me of this because I don't remember what it last time either. Was it animal handling or was it?
Yeah, it was animal handling.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go through with that. You got advantage on the roll. Gale, what are you looking at doing?
Sleep.
Just going straight to sleep.
Yup.
Okay. With a 13 for the first few hours, it's pretty quiet. Like for the first hour, it's pretty quiet. Did you manage to catch?
It is worth noting that 2 of these spells I think only last an hour.
Oh, good call. Let's see what we got here.
I'm double checking, but I know of it at the very least with Peace Bill Spirit. It only lasts an hour.
Okay.
And
Not bad. The fish begin to pick up and like start to pull together. Like your octopus is out swimming around, splashing around underneath the water and like chasing all the fish over to where your unseen servant and mage hand are with holding the net. It catches a couple in its tentacles before your other friends pull the nets up, and you get 10 fish over the course of that hour.
Okay, sounds good. You know what? You might as well just cast it again for the octopus and just let the octopus try and catch some more.
Okay, just for the octopus then?
Yeah, just the octopus, because I don't have another cast of the Unseen Servant.
Okay, so if you wanted to use the octopus with the mage hands, and like you can try to like fish out the net with it as well, go ahead and give me another roll.
Okay, sure.
Okay, with a 23. Not as many bites as the first round with all the help that you had from the unseen servant, the octopus, and the mage hands, but despite the waters calming down, you still managed to get yourself some 5 fish.
Okay, how many were the first again, since I'm keeping track of the fish?
10.
10 total, okay.
And how much per second again? Did you say 5?
5, yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's 15 altogether.
Yep.
Alright, I put them in.
Cool. Anything else y'all want to do?
I want to ask Amal, so I'm gonna hop back in to talk to my buddy. So, what happened between you and the other mage, Xenophar? I know you two seems to communicate with each other.
I simply told him the story of how we met and how a poor defenseless father figure was banished to a mundane item.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna roll insight just to see if I think he's leaving anything out. That's
Okay.
I didn't expect to roll really well on that or to succeed. Granted, this is a mall, but I had to try.
Sure, yeah, with a 12. Figure, I mean, Xenophar did seem pretty shaken and very concerned for you. You could conclude that it was probably due to like some sort of family relationship. Like he thought there was some sort of family relationship on his part.
Family really. So,
Hence the father figure.
yeah, okay. All right. Okay then. Well, do you think he will be able to help us with what we are? Well, I suppose I wasn't sure if you were going to take the opportunity, but granted, he does have some magical abilities. Is there any chance he would be a suitable vessel for you?
Absolutely not. I do not want anything to do with that filth.
Oh, alright. Well, are there any types of beings I should be on the lookout for? I do know what it's like to have high standards for certain things. Just having a bit of a hard time finding someone who would work out for you.
Reclaiming a king would be a start, I suppose.
All right. Well, See if I run across any kings. Alright then, well, I guess I'll be back to my studies.
Farewell.
Out of game, I just want to say, everybody doesn't like Xenophar, and I thought he was kind of okay.
I very much enjoy Xenophar.
Yeah. I was just not gonna lie, like, whoever said last time about, like, do we get discounts if your patron takes them over? Like, I was kind of like, you know, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, alright, so I got these spells. So I do want to use, well, I want to use Arcane Lock on the satchel, of course.
Sure.
So,
Are all of the locks going to have the same password?
yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna have a separate password actually, but I need to come up with what that is.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do that. And then, I want to do Identify on, the, ring.
On the protection one?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if just get all the specifics.
Sure. As far as you can tell, it is a ring of protection. Offers a +1 to your AC.
And I'm not seeing anything that, you know, indicates why it's impossible to get off.
Nope. I figure it's probably just the person who wanted this, like who crafted this, just did not want anyone else to have it or never intended to have it removed. Maybe they were scared about their well-being and they never wanted to have like the ring fall off or something.
I mean, that's fair. All right, that's fine. Okay, so I feel like there was still something else I wanted to cast Identify on. I just don't remember what it was.
Sure. In the meantime, anyone else want to do anything for the night? Gail, you're off just sleeping. How long do you want to sleep?
Until morning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a full like
Extra long rest.
16 hours, 17 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, I just don't have anything of significance to really do.
I mean, did you want to work with some of the alchemy stuff?
Sure. I mean, actually, I have some extra gold that I have, so maybe I can go buy that kit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's right. You don't have it yet. Right.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Also, just saying, while you do that, I'm also gonna go put Arcane Lock along with the secondary lock that I bought just now on the chest upstairs, and I'm putting Demons in Me in the chest with Arcane Lock.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I'm gonna come back on my way from a fishing hole now.
Okay.
And if by the time I'm back in town, if the smithy is still open, I might want to drop by there for a moment.
Yeah, it'll still be open. Probably be. It's roughly about like 4 o'clock. We'll say 5 o'clock. Hour fishing, 6 o'clock. You spend another hour fishing, 7 o'clock. It's like just wrapping up as the sun's beginning to like set now. You can easily make your way over, sure.
Yeah, see, before we didn't have any idea what the ammo for the gun actually looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we know that they seem to be
Like
just
little ball
iron
bearings.
balls, yeah, that it doesn't seem infeasible that the smithy could actually produce something like that.
Sure.
So I'd like to show them to them, and maybe even leave one of them with them. so they can see if they can produce more of him or not?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll take a look at the little pellets. Don't know what I do not remember what to call the balls for like old pistols.
I think he just referred to them as iron balls originally.
Yeah, absolutely. He takes a look at them, realizes like they're metal. They're kind of like oddly shaped. They're not like perfect spheres. They look very handcrafted. And like there are inconsistencies and imperfections in them. But I mean, he's thinking like, yeah, I can definitely make at least a few of these if you were looking for them.
Yeah, that'd be great because as of right now, that's the ammo for the pistol I was showing you earlier. But naturally, you can't really buy those anywhere.
Yeah, yes, understandable. I'm sure I could craft. Takes a look at a couple of like the bars of metal that he has. I could probably make
Might even be able to make them better if he had some kind of mold.
some of these. Yeah, if I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, how much do you need to charge for that?
But I don't know what the work is going to be like. I mean, they're small. I shouldn't have to use too many resources. We'll call it a gold and just say it's even.
Okay, sure.
So, pockets the gold and begins to take like one of the bars off. And we're still working on the armor for you and your companion. By the way, I can't guarantee when these balls will be done, but I'll try to get them ready as
That's
fast as I
okay.
can for you.
We're gonna be out of town starting tomorrow for a bit, so I mean, if I'm back and we're both done, that's fine. If I'm back and one of them's done, that's fine.
All right. Where are you heading off to, pray tell?
We have errand to run in Grimsip. We have to escort someone and do a business with to help out the. Is he an archaeologist? Is that what he is?
Museum curator.
Museum curator.
Well, living the busy life. I see. If we're finished up and you're not returned, I'll go ahead and make the arrangements to have these sent up for you in Grimsooth. That's all right.
Oh.
Just wait on the delivery.
Okay.
They'll bid you off and start tinkering and going back to what I was working on.
Cool. So,
Out of game, I'm assuming that's not gonna like backfire, and we're gonna be headed back, and it's gonna head that way, and we miss it.
well, we very much could run into them in that case.
True.
I'm wondering, while I was casting magic and stuff, have I noticed that I am slightly less powerful now?
I don't think so. I mean, there's.
AKA, like, because my intelligence is one lower now. Have like.
I mean, you've used Arcane Lock, you've used Identify. Haven't really used anything that like you have experience with.
That I what? That I have Oh, okay.
What happened to your intelligence? I'm sorry.
I lost one when Xenophar touched the ramps.
I see.
So something I might want to have a talk to Amal with when I notice. But yeah. Well, I will notice it when I cast mage armor in the morning, that's for sure.
anything else y'all want to do for the night? Gail, did you want to head off to Arthur's to go and pick up that set?
Yes.
Fantastic. You can make your way out. You might see like the back of Aurelius' head as he like turns the corner to go to the Flagged Iron as you make your way down to the apothecary.
I cheerfully wave.
You see the soldiers outside the shop, like the gate leading up to the shop, and like they've got some like very saggy shoulders just drop down, and they just look at you, give a slight nod as you just walk past. They didn't even like try to lift up their shield or weapons or anything. They just leave it all to their side. As you enter the shop, you see Arthur about to pack up a couple of his items, wrapping up for the day. Here's the bell ring. Sees you enter. Oh, hello, friend. What brings you back today?
Actually, I have a bit more gold than I thought I did, so I think I might take you up on that alchemy kit.
Oh, fantastic. All right, let me get the items here for you. Begins to fiddle around some of the shelves behind like up to the side of the desk. Brings everything out for you. That is, what I say, that was 50 gold, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
We'll say 50.
Okay, so I'm at 49 gold now.
Cool. You get the entire set. It contains different like kinds of burners, beakers, different just like vials for putting fluids in, holding fluids, like a mortar and pestle,
Spiral glass tubing.
Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle.
Sweet.
Is there anything else I might be able to interest you in?
Maybe some introductory recipes, anything you might know on curing diseases in general, and consider this sort of a pet project of mine.
What kind of diseases are we talking about?
I guess I'll kind of mention that this is sort of a personal thing, but I mean, I still haven't fleshed out Gale's backstory, but I kind of mentioned the disease that kind of ravaged, like, the area that I was from.
Okay.
I know this might be a tall order for someone who's just an introductory initiate in alchemy, but I mean, that's ultimately what my goal is.
That seems... And for memory, it's been a while, the disease for the village was them being frozen, correct?
Actually, I don't think I even fleshed that out, but I mean, that works.
Okay. The way that I have been like envisioning it in my mind is that various different members of your village up to the north had been they had in some way contracted this disease that began as like a little spiral on the back of their hand and began to like wrap up their arm onto their shoulder.
Okay.
And once it got up to like the neck and overtook the head, they then like froze in whatever position they were in.
Like permanent rigor mortis kind of thing? Or...
Yeah.
Petrification.
Yep. Did the affliction that Huln have basically look like that too, minus the spiral?
No, very, very different.
Okay.
But
either way, like I'll describe that to him.
sure. Arthur's gonna like play with his mustache a little bit, twiddle it around. I can't say I've ever heard of anything as dire as that, unfortunately.
Well, that's why I went to magical studies, but I was unceremoniously removed from the university and made my way to nature, and now I'm here.
We all have our
None of my
walks
party know
in
of
life.
this, but hopefully we can just keep that between us. And I kind of glare at
Rowan.
Rowan.
Rowan. You hear Rowan just, or just like peeking over his shoulder. Just but Arthur gives you a little wink, and no one will know a thing we talked about. You simply purchased a new set of some alchemist's supplies.
Excellent.
Do you have a starting place to begin with?
Honestly, I was just thinking of my room at the guild.
I meant any sort of recipes or instructions.
I guess I kind of reach my inventory and show him the book I bought.
Okay, so I'll take it and begin to flip through it. Yes, okay. Or it seems
Although
like
if you have any other suggestions, I'd gladly take them.
I do, but they're a bit more advanced.
Okay.
I don't have anything for the beginner, but this is fair enough to at least, warm the fingers? No. Wet the feet? No. Get you started.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
He did go over the potions that were brought earlier for all of you.
Okay.
And he will give you the information for those once I find them, because I had them on the list of what they were, not the descriptions of them on that list. So I will get back to all of you on that.
Okay, that's fine. It can just be a Discord message or whatever, and we'll just say Gale tells the party.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Is there anything else you...
Not at the alchemy shop, but maybe just as sort of like a housekeeping thing, and maybe we can get permission from Shuai. Jinprax would probably want to come with us to escort the boy, wouldn't he? Don't you think, like in character, or...
Yeah, that depends on
whether or not she'd be okay with you playing her as a guest character.
Yeah.
That and what would have happened, because I've had some ideas on what would have happened to Jinprax. So yeah. I'll have to follow up on that.
Okay.
That's fair. I just noticed, by the way, that I happen to have an extra rapier in my inventory that probably picked up from some enemy somewhere.
Huh.
I know, I know we definitely have, extra axes or hammers or something that are not my inventory, but somebody has them. So I would like to go sell that extra rapier, because I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can make your way... I guess you can make your way over to either the general goods store or the armory if you...
The armory.
Okay. You can make your way in. You see the dwarf behind the counter that had been present for previously. Hello there. What can I interest you in today?
So I don't typically have much use for physical weapons, as I'm more magically inclined, but we happened to have come across some various weapons from our adventures. So I have this extra rapier, if you'd be interested in purchasing it from us. I already have one, and I don't really have use for a second.
Well, let's see here. Begins to take out of your hands if you offer it to him. He'll take a look at it. Not really my weapon of style of choice either. It seems fair enough. We could... I could take it off your hands for 10 gold.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
He'll flip a platinum your way, and then take the rapier from you, put on one of the hooks on the walls on the back.
Cool. Awesome. More money and less weapon I'm not gonna use. One other thing. I was wondering if I'm gonna pull out the key to the lock that I have on the locked chest. Is there any way you could make duplicates of this key? It's for a chest that I have, and I would like my companions to be able to enter the chest.
What's this key for?
The chest that I have with arcane lock on it.
Ah.
But I also put the mundane lock that I bought on it for extra protection.
Oh, this is a question. I don't know. I don't know the processes of making duplicate keys.
I mean, like, in the olden days, like, it was blacksmiths that made keys and locks to begin with, so...
Sure, but I don't know anything about duplicate keys. Like, I don't know how that process would work.
They probably have to construct the lock and figure out how to mold the key to fit that one particular lock.
The mold is what I'm trying to, like,
Yeah.
think about. I'm not sure what they would have to use as the mold to then cut. For now, I'm gonna say no, but I'll look into it
Okay.
just to see what would make sense. I've got no
Yeah.
issue with it.
Okay. Alright, well, guess I'll be back to my, business, but thank you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Any other needs? Come back to the Flagged Iron.
Cheers. Alright, well, I'm all good. Go rest up.
All right. So while all of you are out on the town, finishing off your daily needs, you all can make your way back off to the guild hall to end for the night. And as
That sounds excellent.
night is wrapping up, you enter the guild hall. It's quieted down now that night is approaching. The usual traffic is out. You have a couple of guild members. You can see like the greens of their cloaks or mantles off to the left in the study. And off to the right, you see none other than the beige-suited half-elf Drismolin himself.
Ah.
Oh dear.
Gotta talk to him.
Currently, he's just sitting down in a rather like regal, well-to-do posture, just simply cutting his food, eating rather like daintily, with like an air of arrogance around him. As we all begin to walk on through, here's the door open. He just looks up at all of you. Oh, yes, the help. He begins to wave you all over.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes.
Gale struggles to be as diplomatic as he can.
Yeah, Sev struggles not to, look at what she can steal from this guy while she stands there.
So, I mean, if you want, you can make a perception check to see, like, what he has on him.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
With an 8, he's wearing a very, like I said, like beige, like off-white suit. It looks very much like your stereotypical like archaeologist gear, right? He's got some like shorter shorts that reach probably like up halfway his thigh. He's got like a very like short sleeve.
I'm sort of picturing a
Button up.
villain from Indiana Jones.
I don't remember any villains from Indiana Jones, at all. He is wearing like the, I don't know, like a safari hat though, like the kind of like, weird like mesh hats. And just begins to look up all of you, and you see like some dust flakes or like some sand like come off of like his shirt as he's like moving around. Yes, welcome. I believe I extend an apology to all of you. It has come to my attention that our two schedules did not coincide, and I did nothing to recognize that. So,
Much appreciated.
Apology accepted.
Bygones and such.
yes.
Agreed.
Bygones. I do still have a rather strict schedule to attend to. I do hope that our matters tomorrow will be swift. Won't take
Yeah.
too long. I would like
All
to
we
be
need
gone.
to do is drop him off so that the kid is safe, and then whatever you
can-
need us to do is our next objective.
And also, I do have a question for you. Are you at all combat oriented? Are you a magic user? Are you able to defend yourself?
I have been known for a tussle here and there.
Of what sort?
Oh, the usual, defending myself from wild beasts that roam the mountainside, from the sandworms of the east in the desert, so you name it.
Can I roll? I mean, I don't know if this would
That
be.
probably smells bullshit.
I want to roll insight to see, like, for one thing, if it's bullshit, but also roll Arcana to see if he looks magically inclined.
I'm just gonna take
sure.
it at face value.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
So, I know all of his secrets, and I know what kind of magic he uses.
Yeah, so with a 19 insight, you're taking his words and you hear like a slight slur to how he's talking, that it would seem to indicate that at some point perhaps there is some issue with his jaw or some potential hit that he could have taken, and like taking a little bit like closer look away from the sand and dust around his collar and everything, you do see like a couple of like faint scars along his neck, that have mostly healed over, that you just see like a couple like glisten off in like the some random light from a candle nearby.
Dude's been in fight.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as like the Arcana, you could feel that there is like some air of mysticality to him. Not entirely sure what it is, but you get the sense that he would be able to hold his own.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Good to know. Any chance you're familiar with any sort of pain art? And of what sort?
We just want to get a sense of what you can do depending on what we run into, as it were, and make ideal compositions with our team, I suppose.
We are rather team-oriented.
I mean, ideally, you won't have to do anything.
True.
Yes, that is preferred. However, if you need a demonstration.
Oh.
So he's sitting down at like a round table, right, in a corner of the room.
Yeah.
On the table there is his food plate that he's been eating from, and there's like a central like candelabra that's been placed around, and you're off in like the right corner of the guild. Like there are like a couple of windows on the walls around that show like directly out front. On the map, like it'd be in this area here, like in the like little alcove, I guess.
Gotcha.
And so like there are like torches and like candelabras like just all around, and he just begins to like stretch out his hand over, like through the flames of the central candlestick on the table, and all the lights in that area puff out,
Prestidigitation.
and he just like waves his hand back, and they all puff into existence again.
That seems more like a conjure flame, or
Sure.
yeah,
He's magical. That's cool.
good enough.
He checks out.
Okay, yep, that's good enough for me. Alright, well, we were just about to go rest up for the evening. We were planning on setting off in the morning.
Yes, I would prefer to set off no later than 9 in the morning. I do want to get a
'Cause the sun's
rather
always up.
early-ish start. I do want to enjoy the fine food that the folks here have.
No, that's
No
fine by me.
Sounds good to me.
I'm usually up a bit earlier myself, but
Good thing I got an extra long rest yesterday.
Now let me tell you about the nature of our expedition. Now, I am very selective about the help I enlist. I only take the best of what's been offered to me, and I hear yet that you are the best that this town has to supply.
We've done a lot for the town. I mean, there's no question about that.
I am a curator by trade. I house the House of Curiosities in Grimsooth. Every few months or so, we change out our exhibits, and I've heard word of a new set of ruins that had been discovered.
alright.
It seems no one has uncovered this before. No telling what may be inside. No telling what dangers could lie in wait. However, I do value my crafts, and I do value my works, and of course the history that comes with digging up the artifacts and the items, and I'm sure you all understand. I don't need to bore you with the intricacies of my work.
Do you have a survey team that's going in along with us, or is that basically us?
That would be the help that I am enlisting.
I see.
Alright. So is there any specific item that we will be in search of?
No specific items. We're not entirely sure what all is stored within. As far
Sounds
as
like
we
an
can
adventure.
tell, what we hope it would contain is some nuggets of information relating to before the ages went dark.
Well, I'm all for finding information. I love information. So, sounds like a wonderful trip if you ask me.
Yes, you do seem a know-it-all type.
Alright, well, if you don't mind me asking, what sort of curiosities do you currently have in your collection?
Oh, we have various different artifacts, different items, artwork, weapons, armor, coins, you name it. Anything that would have been traced back to before civilization ended.
So, are you familiar with the name Amol?
I can't say I am, no.
Alright, just checking.
I was just wondering about something as well. Seeing as you own many artifacts, things that aren't currently produced, do you know anyone who is skilled with guns?
Why do you ask?
I came to acquire a flintlock pistol.
Have you now?
Yes.
What's... Yes, I do know of an individual who is well accustomed with these items.
Well, that's good to hear. Alright, well, yeah, we were certainly on the search for someone who was familiar with them, so, be nice if we could have a meeting when we get up to town.
I'm sure I could arrange that once our business has concluded.
Fantastic.
More than fair.
Thank you very much.
No. Thank you. Upon completion of the job, again, I don't know the dangers that this might entail, but I do promise to compensate you for your time, more than fair enough for the city of Grimsooth.
Good to hear. Much appreciated.
And of course, if you can forgive my lackluster entry, dependent on how well you perform this job, I would be more than open to contracting you in the future.
Well, sounds good.
Right. Well, I won't take any more of your time. You all have a busy day, a busy week.
Yeah.
Enjoy your nights.
You
Have a
too.
pleasant rest.
Appreciated.
Well,
I
back to
go
eating.
upstairs and set up my alchemy kit and then pass out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, and after the short rest in the morning, I'm gonna cast my mage armor. And then that is when I'm going to notice that something feels off, yes?
Yeah. Before then. Oh, excuse me. What am I looking for?
I don't know.
Oh, good lord. Sorry. All right. Yeah, you can go off. You can wake up a little bit. Well, I mean, you don't wake. You can snip out your trance a little bit, like early in the morning. We'll say like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. Cast mage armor, and you feel like you know the spell. This spell is like ingrained into your memory very, very well at this point. Like you retrace through like the lines that you know, but something just feels a little off.
I'm gonna pop back in to talk to them all. something feels a bit off with my magic. Like it's not as effective. Is there something wrong?
Did you forget how to use magic?
I surely hope not, but I don't know. I mean, it's the same spell I've been casting for so many years every single morning. Getting ready for the day, and it's, I got used to having great proficiency with it after we made each other's acquaintance, and now it's not quite as much. Is it something on your end, or did something happen in our last adventure?
I don't believe so. Maybe. Whoops. What the heck? What the heck? Maybe you're simply growing tired. You have had a long trek. A long, long past few days.
I had to refresh the page. I'm gonna roll insight.
Sure.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're thinking, well, we have been under a lot of stress lately. We just got back to town. We just found the boy. I am due for like a pretty long rest, just taking it easy for a bit. You know what? No, maybe it's just the stress getting to me. As far as you can tell. That's all he's thinking.
Alright. Well, alright. I'm assuming that all you're waiting for is to find the vessel, then?
Yes. Though it seems your benefactor is providing an interesting outlet.
Well, this is just something, sort of a stopgap. Perhaps if you were to be, contained in the book, it might be a bit more freedom. Perhaps you would have some sort of access to my spells I have in there, as well as the focus I have attached to the book. I'm not sure how well you would do with that, but I feel like it might be slightly better than where you are now.
It does seem an intriguing offer, at the very least.
All right. Well, I suppose that's it for now then. Now, did our deal have any sort of time limit?
Not at the moment.
All right. Well, I suppose let's see how it goes from here.
Indeed we shall. Means the fade back.
Yep.
Ominous.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, I'm trying to think about what. I assume that you want. Did you want to try to make stuff over the night, Gale?
Well, seeing as how we kind of need to be well rested, I don't think I'm going to do much of that. I think I should just head straight to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides, I think I would have to gather materials anyway to like start.
Yeah.
Sure. Fair enough. So we awake, rested. I'll say that y'all can wake up earlier if you want, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, get like an early start to the day since you went to bed rather early the previous night.
Yeah, let's get up at 7, eat, and be ready for what was it? He said 9.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yep. You can make your way down to the mess hall in the back of the guild on the first floor, and you see the other guild members just like eating stuff in their faces. They've got a whole spread of food: toast, various different kinds of eggs, ham, bacon, sausage, steak. They have mashed potatoes. They have soups, breakfast soups.
Yes, please.
Nearly anything you can think of, it's all being like prepared this morning to try and impress Dresmore. You hear a couple of the cooks coming off from the left as they're like entering and coming and like replacing the dishes. Like some of the cooks talking amongst themselves. Hey, do you like it? Do you like my dish? Were the potatoes okay? Were they too mashed? Were they too whippy? No, he said it was fine. It was a bit on the peppery side. He didn't quite like. Okay, new order. We gotta get a new order for him. Just a whole lot of commotion coming from the kitchen here, like the clang of dishes and pots and pans. Everyone else is just stuffing their faces with the food.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So you can wrap up your meal, take your leave out to the entryway, and you see Drez just off in the same corner where he was seated the previous night, just slowly postured, cutting into a piece of like ham and like swirling around in some of the juices, taking a bite, eating some of the eggs.
Well, I guess we should get some breakfast.
Yep, let's eat.
Oh, sorry, I assumed that you had. This was after you would have finished eating.
Oh, this is.
Oh, this is after. Oh, if we're meeting up with him to go, then yes, let's meet up.
Sure. I mean, is there anything you want to do for breakfast? I just figured we'd.
Yeah.
We would just eat
Make
and
sure
do our
that
thing.
make sure that Locke gets some bacon.
Sure. Sure, you
Yes,
can like snag a
bacon
couple of
for Locke.
pieces for Locke, yeah.
All right. So we can stop by and how he's doing then, and so we are just about ready to go.
Good morning to you. I am finishing up my meal at the moment. I will meet you over at. What did he call her? Margaret's, I believe, just outside the city gates.
Yeah. All right. Works for me.
All right, see you there.
Yes. It goes back to Aiden.
All right, and we can head on out to the cart, or you see where the cart is.
We have to go get Hun, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go. You can go pick up Hull. He'll be over at Arthur's. You see that there are a new pair of guards that are out there stationed right beside the gateway. They've got some like noticeably shinier armor. It appears like they take a bit more pride in their position, being guards, and they like stand up full salute as you walk on by. As you walk in, you see Arthur like just setting up shop and begins to like wipe down the counter and sweep some of the floors. He greets you as you all come on in.
Morning. We were just getting ready to take our friends back home now.
Ah, yes, good. Oh, good morning to you. Still rather early. Let me go get Hole for you. It's been out in the gardens for past few minutes. I'll go out through the door out back and produce Hole, like shuffle him into the shop. Look, young man, your friends are here. You're gonna be heading off to your parents, off in the city. I've only known you for a rather short while, admittedly, but even if we haven't had the smoothest of times, I am glad to have made your acquaintance, and I hope you at least remember us fondly here at the apothecary.
Aw.
It is going to be quite quiet not having you around anymore. Eyeing Rowan. But you are always welcome back to Abbey Brooke and back to my shop. Just gonna give a little hand pat on the shoulder, like trying to wipe away some like forming tears. And Hole just simply like nods and goes in to give Arthur a hug and begins to turn around, wave at all of you and gone. And just like has a little backpack on. He's just like, it's like a kid like going to school on their like very first day.
First day of school.
Yeah.
You be sure to write Mr. Arthur.
Just nodding away.
All right, let's be off on our grand adventure.
Fantastic. You all can make your way up to the northernmost part of the city. You see the familiar sights. You walk through the corners. They have been your home for the past, what, month, roughly?
Yeah, it's probably about a month or so.
You see where you had... You reflect back on where you had encountered some of the bandits, some of the shenanigans that you had gone into over the rooftops, going into Faramir's quarters, where Jinprax had summoned Jeffrey to deliver Seb a message that floated away in the wind as you approach these city gates. And as you head off...
You make it sound like we're leaving permanently. Oh my god, is one of us gonna die? It feels like one of these arcs in a show where everyone says goodbye to each other.
As you head off past the city gates...
Let's go off training with Jiraiya for 3 years.
Seb, you reflect upon transforming into a tiny little young girl whose cart had been overrun by goblins. In your encounter, trying to sell some mysterious vanishing gems to the poor locals of Abbey Brooke. And outside of Margaret's stables, you see a golden cart with a very majestic white horse attached.
All right, we get to take his nice cart. Cool.
I closely examine the horse and get some ideas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Stat-wise, like, it's nothing different than a horse that you would have known, but it looks very, like, just regal, expensive.
That's fine. I mean, as long as I get to look like this horse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they hire a carriage driver, or is it gonna be me or him or what?
So, sitting inside, and like, as you peer through the insides, you see that most of the, like, windows have the shade, the cloth, like, draped over. And you see, like, some very like expensive looking, like rich violet cloth. And inside it's much of the same. You see like very elegantly, ornately carved like benches with like purple cushions. And you see just Dresmorland just sitting against the like the window of the car, looking out in the distance.
I
And
do
as
rather like coloring.
you approach, you all begin to file in. And you see a familiar looking dwarf who has served as your driver the past few times begin to hobble out. And you just hear a little thud, thud, as the cart begins to wobble back and forth as he climbs into the driver's seat. And begins to command the horse off to the north, following the path down. And you slip away into the forest as Abbey Brooke begins to fade from distance. And the thick of the forest begins to surround you on your journey forward. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Yay.
Okay.
So, as you correctly called, this is the end of Arc 1. This is everything I had planned up to when we started D&D. And everything that I had just wanted to try and start. And
We took all sorts of detours and made you jump through all sorts of hoops.
dude, we are 31 sessions in to an arc I thought was going to take like 7 days.
So we've literally been at this for a month.
And I love it. It's been a lot of fun. It has felt so rewarding getting back into this, and I appreciate y'all sharing the this adventure with me. I hope all of you have had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more, right?
There is.
Right?
I was just gonna say there is gonna be more. It's not gonna be
Yeah,
left
don't-
open ended.
Don't leave us hanging.
We are going to be. So just for context on like what I envision happening next, we're gonna go to the ruins with Dresmorland. We can get back to Grimsooth. If you would like, you can make another character. If you want to have them subbed in some way, I can try to work that into the narrative as we arrive at the bigger city first. Once we hand off Hull, just let me know. If there's anything that you want to have reworked or they want to talk to me about, or if you just want to like, if we can work out something, let me know. And yeah, if there's any feedback, anything you want to talk about, anything specific that you want to bring up, just hit me up. I'm always down for talking about, well, one, I'm always down for talking about D&D because I'm a nerd, but I also do appreciate the critiques and the input and just the way to make this a better experience for all of you.
True.
So
I'm just curious if we actually like royally fucked up the mirror and like the ghosts inside. But I mean, if that's something that is going to be forgotten, like that's fine.
I am not going to comment on that.
Okay.
Let's just keep that mystery going, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I do appreciate y'all being here. Depending on what I'm able to write, depending on what I'm able to get down, we'll have a session next week. If not, then I will let you guys know when we'll be good to go again. Also, might be moving on from Roll20. Might be using a different system, might be using a different tabletop system. In addition with D&D Beyond.
I think
So-
D&D Beyond has a lot more like added to it, but
Know anything
I-
about
I
it looks
agree.
easier to use.
So I agree. So I have a good majority of content on D&D Beyond that I can merge over with this other tabletop system. So it's just I think it's going to be a lot more conducive and easier for everyone. And I didn't want to make the shift like mid campaign. I wanted to wait until we wrapped up the arc so I could take time to like work out all the kinks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Take as much time as you need.
if you don't mind, before we start up the next arc, I am down for a one shot or a two shot, just some way to test out this new system. Feel free to make some new characters, set me up with the ideas. I'll let you know like what the running theme of the one shot is, and we
Will
can
we
go
be
from
in
there.
Cyndrus still, or
That is a question. I'm not sure. I might try out a different setting I've been working on in the background.
okay?
But so yeah, we got all that coming on in the future. But again,
Okay.
yeah, definitely do appreciate y'all being here. It's been a lot of fun, and this has been a
This has been a trip.
this has been a very good experience. Not to sound selfish here, right? But this has been a very good experience for me to have something to pour so much effort and
You pour your soul
into?
into these sessions.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
So
sitting in a waiting room, just writing stats and stuff. I mean, that's dedication.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
he did that.
multiple
God,
times.
fuck that MRI.
But I'm glad that y'all have fun. Like I said, any feedback, criticism, let me know. As well for stream, chat. Hello, let me know if there's anything that you want to see that we can liven this up for y'all. I feel like a lot of this is just like great lurk material, to be honest. And that's like generally what I use this for at work as well. But yeah, we'd love to do some new stuff, and I'll let y'all know when we're good to go. So thank you for indulging me, and I'll see y'all next time.